Alright, today we're doing round 2 of bike testing. Claire, City Performance Lab, we're doing lactate testing.
Lactate threshold, yep.
And why are we doing lactate threshold?
Alright, so you've done your previous test a few months ago, and so we want to see that the adaptations from your training have worked. So we want to make sure that your lactate threshold has increased in your heart rate, as well as having a look at your training zones. So if all has gone to plan over the last few months of your training, we would have seen those heart rate zones bump up. The other thing it will do is it's going to form the basis of your next program. So it has to be your heart rate zones for your next program as well. And keeping an eye on watts, but as we've discussed before, we're not training necessarily to watts because watts will have lots of impacts to watts, like weather, terrain, that type of thing. Recovery will change your heart rate. So we like to train to heart rate.
Yeah. Cool. So, and ideally we're trying to nail down that zone 3 heart rate because that's high index heart rate.
Yes.
So we want that to be as specific as possible.
Yeah, so last time you had very small ranges in your upper heart rates, and we decided that you'd probably been working in that grey zone a little bit too much, or easy rides and easy runs had been too hard, and then your hard efforts were too easy because you weren't necessarily recovered from those easy ones. So you end up being in the same zone for both. So we want them to be nice and spread, easy training easy, hard training hard, adequate recovery.
And just for context, we'll put this in the video. I've done 2 bike tests previously, and we've done 3 treadmill tests.
Yeah.
So we have a pretty good idea of where we start and where we're going to.
Yeah.
And we've seen, since working with Claire, we've seen some pretty significant improvements, especially in the running.
Yeah.
Running's just...
Your zone 2 has just exploded.
Yeah. So what's the test?
So what we're doing today is we're going to start with an easy warm-up. What we want to see is that your lactate at rest is always going to be around 1.0 plus or minus 0.01. Then we're going to watch it climb. So that's like when you first start riding or running, your heart rate, you kind of get huffy puffy. And then we want to see it settle in. So we'll see the lactate come up and then come back down. And that shows us that your neuraerobic metabolism has kicked in. And then we want to see it start ramping up incrementally. So after that little hump, we'll start at 100 watts. Every 3 minutes, 3 to 3 minutes, we're going to increase that by 30 watts until we get to 8 millimoles. So every 3 minutes, I'll take a prick of blood, have a look at your lactate, record your heart rate, and then at the end, we'll have a look after 8 millimoles. That'll give us your full training zones.
Cool. And why 8 millimole?
That's your top end, your VO2 max zone. Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Ready to do it?
Let's do it. So we want to make sure there's no alcohol on there, which I'm like, when these ones, little prick. No coffee this morning?
Just a small one. It's like...
Matthew.
It's very late in the day, Claire.
Yeah.
Is it? Alright.
That's today.
I've been at work too long.
It's an athlete.
Is it at 5 o'clock? It's fine.
Well, time to tell. So resting lactate is 1.0. Textbook. Alright, yeah, 5 minutes. So up here, yeah. And then
Cancel up.
we'll take the next reading.
Yep. So previously, we've done this test in Sydney on Claire's Watt bike, which is just a stationary bike that has a very accurate power meter. And what we found was that power meter doesn't really match up with
Your power meter.
with this power meter. So we thought we'd bring it all up, put it on the Cervelo, and we'll be able to give us a more accurate reading, more real world
For your bike.
Yeah, so just trying to dial it in as much as we can for me, rather than it being a bit more
Are you training to watts or heart rate?
different sessions, different goals.
Yeah.
So all my easy stuff is heart rate, and my harder stuff is watts, generally.
And was that an easy sell to do your heart rate? Coaching wise?
For the easy stuff it was, he's really like got behind zone 1, zone 2 development, like, and really sticking to certain principles. But when we get up into zone 3, zone 4, he's like, it's all about watts.
I can buy into that.
Yeah. So it's worked really, the blend of it's worked really well.
Yeah. Alright, Justin, heart rate is 113.
It's nearly freaking done.
Yeah. Well, you know, the quicker you adapt, better. That's more like it, 1.2.
Sure. I think that's a valid point to bring up, is so many people try and do their own lactate testing just with like the one from the chemist,
Oh yeah.
and they'll prick their ear or whatever, and they don't get accurate lactate because they're not.
Mixed.
Yeah, something will get in it.
Sweat or alcohol, like if you're using an alcohol wipe every single time or something like that, if that gets in it, or sweat is one of the worst ones. So if they're doing it on their ear, it's probably what's getting in there.
Yeah.
Alright, so just going to watch this heart rate. I do want it to climb around 10 beats if you can. So you might need to up your watts there before I get to the next marker.
Non-blood.
Right, finger please. That I do believe.
Okay.
Alright, so now
2.0?
so now we're looking for it to come down after this one.
Heart rate's the same, by the way.
Yeah.
The weapon.
He's going to bump it up now, hopefully.
Do you want the heart rate to go up?
Yeah. So even in the warm-up we're increasing.
Just going to spin my leg really quickly.
Okay. 1.0. Science. Good job. So he's back to his resting level, which means we can start the test now. So we're going to start at 100 watts, and I'll now be taking your blood every 3 minutes. And every 3 minutes we're going to crank up the watts. I'm going to watch your heart rate though. If it starts climbing more than 20 beats per step, then I will take it earlier, but we'll just stick to the same step test, you know what I mean?
This is the boring thing about these tests, is like they start so slow and then it
ramps.
just
It's called a ramp test.
turns to chaos real quick.
You're smiling right now.
Yeah. Let's go! Test has started. So 3 minutes till the next reading. Yeah, it's interesting because the adaptations we see, like the lactate threshold heart rate might get higher, then the max heart rate often will come down because your stroke volume's higher.
Right.
So as your heart beats, it's pumping out more blood, so it doesn't need to beat as much.
Right.
Where do you reckon your RP is out of 10?
Oh, I can't say 2.
2 is like sitting on the couch.
Yeah. 4.
Yeah, nice. Alright, so the next reading will be in 50 seconds.
How much does VO2 differ cycling to running?
Cycling will be lower.
Right.
So up to 5 beats, 5 beats per minute lower, or your training zone. Yeah, and then swimming's 3 to 5 beats lower again, just because of body resistance.
Yeah.
You don't have to carry your body weight as much on either of them, weight bearing. Alright, 10 seconds. And from a pin cushion. Right, going up to 160 watts, still 1.0. Alright, dial it up. Oh, you come down again. His aerobic metabolism, 0.7, is good. Your zone 2 is going to be pretty good.
Yeah, awesome.
Still feel like you're in zone 2?
Probably getting close to upper zone 2, yeah. Every once in a while I change my breathing, especially when we're talking.
Yeah, of course.
Makes the time go quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah, hard.
Yeah. 139. Exactly the same heart rate. You're not ramping, man.
This is where it will go. I don't spend a lot of time above 220.
What is it?
1.6. Alright. I reckon you'll be out of this now.
Yeah, now we're working.
Yep. Right, so 2.0 might be your threshold before, but that can actually change as well. We're looking at the spikes as well. So it's not like a clear and direct 2.0, 4.0.
Yeah.
We're looking at the LT1 is that first spike, LT2 is the second spike.
So the fact that went down to 0.7 and went back up.
Yeah. The spike's probably going to be different.
Yeah, sure. Guys, if you want to nerd out about this, I've done 2 podcasts.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've done 2 podcasts with Claire. I'll put them in the thing at the bottom. There'll be links.
Yeah, the heart rate's climbing now. 155. We'll take it in 30 seconds. I'd say you're hitting your threshold. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm working.
Yeah. So his heart rate's pumped up 20 beats, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'd expect a bit of a change here. 2.2. Yeah. I would doubt that your lactate will get as high as last time as well, because that would be a training response.
Sure.
But it's not getting as high. 1 more minute, and then we are taking another reading. Finger, 164.
So that did go up 10?
Yeah. 8.
Oh, cool. So we're done?
You're done.
Oh.
So you just went from 2 to 8, but your heart rate also went up along with that. How are you feeling? How are your legs feeling?
Yeah,
Heavy?
fine.
They're alright?
They're full of lactate. They're yeah, fine.
Yeah.
Alright, how'd we go?
Yeah, awesome. Significantly easier than last time for higher output, which is obviously what we want. Yeah, that was the biggest takeaway I took, was zone 1 and zone 2 has obviously improved a lot, and then my ability zone 1, zone 2, zone 3 significantly improved. It was super comfortable until it wasn't.
Yeah, I think on face value, having a look at some of the numbers, just to start with, you weren't getting as high in your heart rate throughout the whole test. So it shows that your heart is getting stronger. So we spoke about during the test, sometimes the max heart rate will actually come down because your stroke volume and cardiac output goes up, as in your heart's getting stronger and pumping out more blood volume. You might have had a little bit, if you've been training in the heat recently, you might have a bit of a higher blood volume as well, but you have to maintain that poor man's altitude. You have to maintain that heat training for that to really have an effect today. So that could have played into the blood volume as well. But otherwise, yeah, it's looking like your zone 2 has bumped up, but your high zones have actually come down, showing that you're not needing to get your heart rate up as high in those high zones, which is awesome, because that's going to lead to less burnout, less fatigue in training as well.
And how does that play in for Ironman? So obviously, I think people think of high FTPs, high threshold numbers as a positive, but if they're coming down,
your thresholds have come up. It's just that we didn't take you to full max today because you weren't doing a VO2 max, but you're not putting as much effort in to getting those watts higher, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So your heart rate zones are improving, but your effort level is decreasing.
Coming down.
Yeah.
Cool.
So in terms of Ironman performance, it will show that you'll have an increased time to fatigue, so better endurance. Yeah.
Awesome. And guys, like I said in the video, Claire and I will do, when she runs all the numbers properly, this is just off face value, we'll do a podcast, we'll break it all down, so if you guys want to see the full episode, it'll be in the box at the bottom, description box.
Sweet.
Done.
Thank you.